Cops forced to apologize, give back pot after raiding man's home over his medicine. In the sad saga of the war on drugs, police carry out countless raids on the homes of people who've committed victimless crimes of possessing substances deemed illegal by the state. So the rare times this injustice can be flung back in the face of authorities, it's cause for celebration. An Ohio medical cannabis patient was able to do just that by utilizing a provision in Ohio law called affirmative defense. According to Ohio Cannabis News, the man had just flown home from Colorado, and for some reason the TSA, that useless, rights-violating federal agency, tipped off local police on the suspicion that the man was doing something wrong. By the next morning, local police had secured a warrant to raid the man's home, but they were in for a surprise. The patient's home was then raided, but authorities only discovered 5 grams of concentrate. The patient's attorney arrived to explain that his client was within the bounds of Ohio law, as said patient has a qualifying condition and a doctor's recommendation using the Ohio Patients Network form that we have listed below. The medication was then given back with an apology, along with immunity from further prosecution, related to this case. Ohio cops almost got their chance to throw this hardened criminal into a cage for having 5 grams of a plant concentrate, but they were no match for informed citizens utilizing a new legal defense. On September 8, 2016, Ohio lawmakers extended what is known as affirmative defense to medical cannabis patients. This is a general term that allows for a person to be excused from criminal charges, such as a case where a person strikes and injures another in self-defense. Read more. Indiana's controversial Religious Freedom Act just unintentionally legalized marijuana. It is illegal in Ohio to possess cannabis or paraphernalia, but now, with the right paperwork, Ohio residents can in certain situations assert affirmative defense by claiming they are in compliance with the state's medical cannabis law. According to the Marijuana Policy Project, there are several requirements that must be established for a person to prove the affirmative defense. The key requirement is a written statement from a doctor who has received a certification to recommend medical marijuana from the medical board. The written statement must show that the patient has a condition listed in the state's medical marijuana law. The patient and the doctor have a bona fide physician-patient relationship. Image: http://pixel.watch/qt7. The physician informed the patient of the risks and benefits of medical marijuana, and the physician indicated that the benefits of medical marijuana use outweigh the risks. The doctor must also obtain a report from the state drug database showing any other drugs prescribed to the patient in the past 12 months, and patients may only use medical marijuana in an approved form. Finally, patients may possess no more than a 90-day supply of cannabis, which is not defined under the law. Fortunately, the Ohio man targeted by TSA and local cops was ahead of the game, and his attorney was ready to come to his client's defense on the spot. Ohio Cannabis News said the process of using the Ohio Patients Network recommendation form was not easy for the patient, but it nevertheless prevented the state from turning him into a criminal. They also cautioned that this will not work in every case scenario. Read more. Man eloquently flexes his rights and shuts down cops who detained him for jogging while black. Slowly but surely, states across the country, even staunchly prohibitionist ones like Georgia, Tennessee, and West Virginia, are acknowledging the healing powers of cannabis and are taking steps to decriminalize its medical use. Recent polls shows that almost 90% of Americans support medical cannabis, and 54% support full legalization. The cruelty of the drug war is exposed. It's time for all cops, everywhere, to stop locking people in a cage for using a plant.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.